Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Janet and I run a Depop and website called Primarie Studios where I sell secondhand and vintage fashion. So today's video is going to be a thrift haul. I have a lot of good pieces. I'm really excited to share them with you. I went to Salvation Army and Savers. I think we're just going to go by category because that's just how I have arranged all the clothes on my bed. The first category is going to be tops. I think I only have 2 tops because I usually tend to go straight for jackets and jeans. I don't like looking through the tops because it's so much stuff. I usually don't pick up dressy tops, but I had to pick this one up. I love all the details on this. It has this mesh strap right here and also a mesh flowy bell sleeve on this side. And it also has this little metal detail with a floral design on the underneath section. It's really pretty. It's from the brand Misop USA, and it looks like it's a 90s or Y2K brand. I feel like I've seen this pattern quite a lot in 90s clothing, so I'm gonna say 90s, but I love it. It kind of gives me like whimsy goth aesthetic, maybe a little bit of just the asymmetric trend that's been going around. It's just really gorgeous. I think this is the type of item that will look really good with a really big pair of like super wide baggy jeans, maybe in like a darker wash with like a slim heel, maybe a boot. That will look really chic. It's not my usual type of top I would pick up, but I really like the details and I just couldn't pass it up. The next item is this rugby polo shirt that I got from Salvation Army, and the brand is WESC, or We Are the Superlative Conspiracy. I've definitely heard of this brand before. I think it's more of a menswear brand. The quality of the knit is so nice on this one. It's a very thick knit and it's like kind of like a more sweater material almost. And I like how it has a lot of contrast details like this, the collar, and then this side is a more like hunter green and this is a navy green, and it has the yellow stripes with the logo and another logo on the bottom right here. But I'm not sure why they got rid of the actual tag up here, but I'd probably say this is like a men's size small, I would say. I think it would fit me pretty well with a slightly more relaxed fit. I feel like it goes really well with the sportswear, slightly preppier looks that have been trending recently. So you can definitely tell that they were inspired by vintage clothing with this piece. I love a good polo, so this is one that I picked up. Now we are going to move on to skirts. I have maybe like 5 or 6 of them, so let's just get started. We don't want to take too long. The next item is this tiered satin skirt. It has this like stretchy waistband, so it's very comfortable. I'd probably say it's a size medium, and it's from the brand Russ Barron's Malibu USA. You can see right there. It's more of a midi length, and I think this could also work as like a tube top. This is something that would look really good with a sweatshirt and maybe a pair of crew socks and more slim sneaker, maybe some like sambas or something. I don't have sambas, but I know everyone's been wearing those recently, and I think that will look kind of good with this because it would dress it down a little bit. I love me some minimal pieces, and this next one is pretty minimal. It's from the brand Illusion, and I think it looks like maybe an 80s or 90s tag, but it's pretty hard to tell. I'd have to do a little bit more research. But the main reason why I picked this one up is because it has a really nice texture to it. It has an almost very subtle plisse or plissé. I'll write the word on the screen because I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it has that texture to it and it's just really fun. I like the really long length on this. It's more of a maxi and it has slits on the side so you have more mobility while you walk. And this is just something that I think you could wear with pretty much any outfit. It's like a pair of jeans that matches with everything. And this is the type of skirt I would reach for like all the time because it's just so comfy and it looks chic, I think, because the texture makes it a little bit more unique than the average maxi skirt that you find in the stores. So this piece is also another maxi skirt, but it's pretty different. It is in a tan, almost like sweatshirt-like material. It's really soft and comfortable. It has some stretch to it and it has an elastic waistband as well. I think this one is probably a size large, but it doesn't have a tag to indicate the exact size on this, but here is the brand label. I think this would look really nice with a tonal outfit, maybe like a beige sweater or like an ivory sweater, maybe some tonal socks and like, I don't know, Mary Jane's. I think that'd be a really cute way to dress this up. Now, this one is really fun and I can't wait to style this. This next item is from Salvation Army and my sister actually found it and gave it to me. This is an 80s vintage skirt and the brand is Linda Allard Ellen Tracy. It could be 90s as well, it's hard to tell, but it does have The tag's attached, so you know it's never been worn. I'm not sure why whoever bought it didn't wear it because it is such a beautiful skirt. It has that very twirly, effortless A-line silhouette. It has like that houndstooth pattern, a very subtle one. It's 100% silk as well, so you know it's quality. I really like stuff like this. I think it's very easy to pair with a lot of things. So this is the last skirt of the bunch, and it is from the brand Patricia Jones USA. Definitely a vintage brand as well. You can just tell from the tag. It's very lightweight, like no lining or anything, but I just had to pick it up because the print is so fun. I usually am not someone who likes more funky printed stuff, but this one I felt like was a little bit more muted because it is in more brown tones, and it's just really funky. It almost looks like it could be, like the style reminds me of 60s mod fashion, but I don't think it's 60s. So I'm gonna say maybe like 90s, I'm not sure. But I'll have to look it up. And this is in a classic mini skirt silhouette, just a very straight up and down fit. This one I feel like is a little bit less intimidating than some of the louder prints that you see at the thrift shop. So very classic piece, but also still unique and funky. Okay, I lied, that was not the last skirt. This is the last skirt, I think. And it's from the brand Miss Elliott's right here. That definitely looks like an 80s tag. I just love the floatiness of this, but it has this more fitted waist here. It's a very twirly overlayer of chiffon, and then the bottom layer, which is the opaque acetate lining right there. And it comes in kind of like a very light, warm pink color. Right now on the screen, it looks probably more ivory, but maybe it's ivory. It's kind of hard to tell. I feel like these more tutu style skirts are gonna start coming back. Right now, all the Y2K / early 2010s is coming back, and I remember when I was in school, there was like a huge tutu skirt trend, and I think it only lasted a year or two, but I remember getting one, and now I feel like it's gonna come back. And this one is a little bit more of a subtle way to wear it, I think, because it's more of a twirly chiffon skirt rather than like a full-on tutu. And now we are going to move on to some jackets. This is like a pullover windbreaker that I found at Salvation Army. Actually, my sister found it and gave it to me, and I like this little logo right here. Has some other patches. Something like this is just kind of easy to throw on, but it looks a little bit more put together than a sweatshirt. So a very easy casual piece to wear. This next jacket I really love, but unfortunately when I put it in the wash, the zipper just straight up fell off. So that was a little upsetting, but I really love this. It's kind of like a track jacket, but it has a lot of interesting details. Like it has this little poof sleeve right here, and instead of having the regular ribbed cuff, it has an elasticated portion that makes it look a little bit more ruffled. And this is from the brand Industry. I tried looking them up, could not find out anything about them, but here's the tag. It's in a size medium, but I would say it runs smaller. I really like this. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to add the button back on or to add the zipper back on, because it's definitely worth keeping. It's just it doesn't close right now, so I need to figure out a way to fix that. But if I do, it will be listed in my shop. This next piece is so cool. I don't usually find nice like fur jackets at the thrift store, maybe because I live in California. Not many people really need fur jackets here, but I found this one, and it seems like it's from Korea and it's made out of rabbit fur, but the texture looks more like a cheetah print. So this is a little jacket. It's a little bit more of a cropped length, and it has 3/4 length sleeves. I don't know, the quality of this fur is just so nice. And I like how people are wearing stuff like this just out and about with a pair of jeans and like a white tee. And I think this would look really good styled that way as well. Just a fun, like glamorous touch to your everyday life. The next jacket is this really cool corduroy jacket. It has this floral interior, and it has this ruffle raw edge on the collar area. Kind of reminds me of J Fashion. I'm not really sure why, but I think it gives off that vibe. The brand is Zoe D. I haven't heard of that before. And a petite medium. I think there's a lot of funky styling opportunities for this. I think this will look very nice with like a very dramatic maxi skirt and maybe like a Baker Boy cap. I don't know. I feel like these more fitted Y2K jackets are going to come back. Maybe because of all the sports zip-ups that I've been seeing everyone wearing. I definitely feel like it's on its way back. The next jacket is this really cool tie-dye piece. I picked this one up because I feel like, as I mentioned before, the more fitted jacket look is going to start becoming trendy again. I think this one will look really good with a pair of those parachute cargo pants that everyone's been wearing recently. And I like this one in particular because I thought the tie-dye was really interesting. Normally this would be a little bit too loud for me, but I feel like this would match with a lot of different fun aesthetics. And I like all the little gem details on this one. This next one I think is really good for all the minimalists out there. I do tend to be drawn more to minimal style. I think that tag looks really fun. I can't tell if it's actually vintage or not, but it's a really cool piece. I like how this pocket is just kind of stitched into it. It's not on top of the jacket. It's kind of hard to tell, but when you do the close-up, you see what I mean. It's a size large, but it fits a little bit more of like a relaxed, oversized look on me, and I usually wear a medium. So I think this would look amazing with just a tonal fit as well, or maybe even like the dark denim that's been trending with like the thick cuffs. I think that'll look really nice with this and a pair of more slim shoes and a crossbody messenger bag. I think that would be a fun way to style this. Okay, now we are to the last 3 items. Let's start out with this blazer. This is from the brand Laundry by Shelly Siegel, which I think is a pretty expensive brand. But I like this one because it has a kind of like metallic sheen to it. It's a little bit hard to see on camera. It has a really good fit. Like, it's not oversized, but I think it just has a cool effortless vibe to it. But it buttons like over, so the button goes on inside, so it looks like it's closed by nothing, which I think is an interesting detail. I pretty much was not going to get this jacket, but I forgot to put it back, and I decided when I was checking it out, you know, I'll just keep it because it's really cool. This is by the brand Bebe. You can see it right there, and it's in a size small. I would definitely say it runs small though, like probably more of an X small, but I love the color on this. It's a little bit more unique, kind of like a camel toned denim material, and I like the structure to it. Like, you can see a bunch of the seam work, like this little waster right here, and then it has the little cargo pocket. It's just a really fun look, and I really think these type of jackets are going to come back, like the Y2K early 2010s more fitted jackets. We've been into so many like oversized looks in the past like 5 years that I think people are trying to go like a new direction, I guess, and the fitted jackets are what I'm predicting will be the next thing. Okay, this is the last and final piece from my haul. This one was also from Savers, and it is very similar to the previous jacket in that it's kind of has that mandarin collar or mock neck collar with the buttons and like the pockets and stuff. It's a little bit more of a fitted look, and I think this silhouette was very trendy during that time. This is from the brand Willie Smith, which I think is a 90s and Y2K brand, so that makes sense that it's such a similar pattern to the previous one. But I love the wash on this. It's like a dark charcoal denim. It doesn't have any size tags, but I would say it's probably a size large. I think wearing like a really big pair of balloon leg trouser pants with this and like a fitted top and maybe a more slimline shoe or tabbies, that would be really fun. I think that would make this kind of give that effortless New York look, which I always love. I am very inspired by New York fashion, and I feel like this definitely kind of gives that vibe. It's more minimal than you would expect, but it's just really fun and cool. And I love, love, love unique jackets like this. The next video will probably be me picking a few of my favorites from this collection and styling them, maybe a few different outfits per piece. So let me know if there's an item that you specifically want me to style from this, and I will try to include that in the next video as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.